Evening, fellow night watchers. My name is Zach Floor. We're here at the apartment complex of our friend Angela. But yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for coming.
She's been experiencing a little bit more paranormal activity at our apartment. She's been hearing scratching going from under the bed or across the floor, and furniture has moved simultaneously, and she also thinks that this might be a piggybacker. We'll get a little bit more into that. So let's go see what we can find.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you today?
Pretty good. How you been?
Hey, what's up?
So what's exactly been going on?
Well, we moved in here not long ago, and as soon as we moved in, I wanted to give the house a blessing. So, because things follow us a lot, and so I did a blessing, and my daughter, everything seemed okay. And my daughter came home, and she got ready for bed, and she went to bed, and she heard something under her bed. And then I heard it sounded like something scrambling around like an animal on the floor.
Okay.
And this was after we did the blessing. And then so I did another blessing, and the next night we heard stuff again. So I continued to give blessings, and then Mark was laying in the recliner in our bedroom, and I heard this squeak like eat, 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 eat. And I'm looking all around thinking it's the neighbors, and it's not. It's right next to me. It woke me up. Literally, I woke up out of sleep. And he was stretched out in the recliner, in the reclined position, and the recliner was like somebody was rocking it, literally, and he was not moving. And it went on for about 15 minutes.
Okay.
So.
Now, I did bring some stuff. We can do another blessing if you like, but as we talked about earlier, talking about how it could be a piggybacker.
And the dreams, Suzanne's been having really wild dreams about things coming out of her closets and stuff.
Okay. Like, could you go in more detail about that?
She would probably be better off telling you that.
Okay.
So.
We'll go ahead and do that. But I did talk to somebody that I know, an expert, about piggybackers. Now, with the Ouija board, as you said, if you want to explain what you told me earlier about the Ouija board.
When the kids were really little, we went out one night and they were with a sitter, and we had a Ouija board that was way up high, and I'd always told them they weren't allowed to mess with it. Well, of course they messed with it. And Alex played with it, and so, and you know, I had forgotten about it pretty much, and Suzanne brought it up and said that she always felt like something was following her sister around from the Ouija board. So.
No, she said she felt, she didn't see or anything. She just had a feeling that something was there.
Yeah, but they're all indigo kids. All three of them are. So
okay.
I've learned not to dismiss what they say, because generally if I do that, it usually comes back to bite me.
Yeah. Well, they say that kids are very
Sensitive anyway, yeah. Yeah.
And what my expert did tell me that it may not have attached to one of them. It could have attached to a object that they had around, and it also attaches more to clairvoyant type people. So it could have, ain't you clairvoyant? Could it possibly have stuck to you?
They're all clairvoyant.
Okay.
They're more so than I am.
Okay.
And I even think Mark's pretty sensitive too, because he sees things and hears things too. So that could be, but it's probably not likely, because she played the Ouija board and we lost all of our property after that. So I don't know.
Okay.
We'll find out, hopefully.
All right. Well, let's go take a look at everything.
Glad you guys came.
Thank you. All right. So you and your sister were the ones that messed with the Ouija board, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how old were you when you pulled it out?
I think around like 10, 11.
Okay. Do you remember any of the questions that you asked?
I asked for a pony, one of them, but I don't really remember any of the other questions.
Okay. And now, after doing that, did you have any experiences right after opening out the Ouija board?
I think the next night my mom and dad left me in the car asleep, and when I walked in the house, I saw this huge shadow figure like run into the middle of the floor, like middle of the room, my bad. And he stopped for like 2 seconds and then ran through the wall into my sister's room.
Okay. And you said also in your dream that there was a shadow figure of a man standing in your closet throwing stuff out of it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think possibly this could be the same man? Did it look the same?
It could be. Because we have had like this ghost like follow us basically.
Okay. And your mom did say that you had, what was the item that you had from your grandma?
A mandolin.
Okay. And you've had that ever since before you opened that portal, and then you brought it to here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was kind of like I was halfway asleep. Like it didn't really feel like a dream, you know? And like my closet door was open and there was like this tall, slim figure just like throwing my clothes out, and he looked back at me and stared at me. And like I was so scared, like my heart was racing and stuff. And I like looked the other way and there was like this girl like next to my bed. Like it was weird, like she was trying to like grab me or something. And that's when I just ran in my room.
But this wasn't the first night when you felt something under your bed and we heard that.
Oh no. The first night, there was like, sounded like an animal underneath my room, my bed. Like going through the plastic and stuff, and like I was too scared to look under there, so I just ran out, and then I came back in and there was just nothing here.
And I heard it too.
Okay. And when you were talking about the dream, did you recognize any of the two people? Okay. Because I know with some dreams it's kind of hard to identify the person, and then you kind of think it's somebody, and then it's ended up being somebody else. So thought I'd double check on that. And then is there any other rooms with activity?
Yeah, my bedroom is where the episode with Mark, and there you are. You can demonstrate. He had slept on this chair. It was completely, reclined, and he was like on his side. I was sound asleep, and I just woke up out of this sleep for no reason, and then I started hearing eek, 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 and that chair doesn't even squeak. Okay. And so I'm trying to follow the sound, and I look over to him, and he's like not moving, not even moving. And this whole recliner, it was like somebody was standing behind him and doing this consistently.
Okay.
And it went on for about 10 or 15 minutes. See, we have his mom's ashes there, and I thought maybe it's Alice,
Yeah. And it couldn't quite be. Okay. One thing my specialist told me that they pretty much want everybody to inform whatever is here that it is not welcome here. It is y'all's home, and you want them out. You don't want to hesitate with it. You want to be strict and let them know. So, would you like to explain a little bit more about that, the Ouija board incident a little bit more?
I wasn't even home. It was one of those things I had explicitly told the kids repeatedly, never, ever, ever play with the Ouija board. And they had gone and gotten it out of the cabinet when we were gone one night and had a babysitter and played with it, and then I didn't find out till later. One of the other kids told me.
All right, and it was all of them that played with it?
It was, who all was playing with the Ouija board?
Me.
You and Alex? The girls were.
Why would you even bother?
Okay. Now, Susan was telling me that she said that y'all threw it out.
We threw. Evidently, we tore. I thought I threw it out, but she said she found pieces of it in her closet.
Yeah.
Like it had been torn up.
That's what she was telling me.
Yeah.
And we kind of keep this together back in her room. She said in her dream that the man was looking for something in her closet.
Wow.
And I said, well, you said your pieces were scattered in the closet. Maybe he was looking for those pieces.
Right.
And we were talking about a little bit more about how it can be attached to anything. Now, did your other daughter have any experiences with anything since then?
Well, we've all had experiences since then. We didn't know you back when we had this 9 months of pure hell from dusk till dawn. You could hear portals opening and the house would shake, or one room would shake and there would be a loud boom in one room and nobody in the other room would have heard it. We had things going across the floors, we had things being thrown, we had water being turned on and off, we had our TV reprogrammed to PG-14, we had toothbrushes coming on. It was just wild back then.
Now, was any of these experiences that you've had in this apartment anything like what you've had before, or is it a little different?
It's different.
How is it different? It's just more calmer? Or?
Well, they're different spirits. There's just different spirits. I felt like when we had all this activity for the 9 months, I was jumped by a suicide from the Caden Tower, and it felt like the house was on a portal. There was just so much going on. I've never had that much stuff going on all the time.
Okay.
And to everyone. It was happening to everyone in the family at once. It's pretty wild.
Okay, so you said there was a man in the closet? Yeah. Okay, so I'll try to see if he's actually here. Is the man that she saw in the closet present with us right now? If so, pass through the rods.
Sorry.
Or not? Okay, and then there's a little girl over here.
Girl or a woman?
Okay. Oh, that's creepy. Okay. The little girl that was here next to the bed, are you here with us right now? So, please pass through the rods. Pass all the way through the rods. Thank you.
On command.
On command, right?
Holy crap.
Okay.
I'm getting the chills.
It gave me chills the first time I used them.
Oh, I'm getting them real bad now.
Okay. Is there a ghost present right here in this room? If so, pass through the rods. Ghost sprite. My bad.
of like a mischievous little thing that follows you around, and it's like from way back, way back, way back, way back.
Oh, okay.
I
So
don't-
it's like ancient kind of.
Mhm.
Okay.
I had to Google it, and this woman told me about that's
Oh,
it's
okay.
what it's when I described what was going on. She said that's what it's.
Okay. Ghost that's present. Ghost sprite that's present here right now. Are you here to hurt anybody? Are there any male spirits here with us? Whoops. If so, pass through the rods. No. Well, the sprite might be the man, for all we know, or it could be the little girl. But she doesn't really seem strong enough to pass through the rods.
She's scared. Trying to grab me. She doesn't want to hurt you. She's just trying to get your attention.
What's your name again? Sue. Okay. Little girl, are you here to hurt Sue, or are you? Oh well, I guess. Are you here to hurt Sue? If so, bring the rods all the way back. If not. See, she's trying.
Nope.
No, she's not here to hurt you.
Oh, that's good. See, I was right. I wonder how we could get her to tell us why she's still here.
I know. Do you feel comfortable here with Sue? I'm gonna guess it's a no because they're going back.
Ask her if she would like to move on to where people love her,
There we go.
as we can get her to move on, and she won't be stuck here anymore.
Okay. Little girl, do you want to move on? Do you want to move on out of this apartment?
Yes. Ask her if anything's keeping her here. Just ask her if something or someone is keeping her here.
You know what I kind of feel like? I feel like the man she saw in the closet's keeping her here.
That's what I was.
I feel like that's why he's not here.
Yeah.
Or not answering.
Hey, you should like ask questions to EP.
Huh?
Try to get
Do
a voice.
EVPs.
Like,
Maybe we could send somebody else in to do.
ask her to do
Hold on,
we'll
let
get
me-
back.
Hold on, let me ask her if there's somebody keeping her.
We'll get to that.
Okay. Is the man in the closet that Sue saw, is he keeping you here? Come on, you gotta pass all the way through the rod.
All right, we came back into the second room after they got done with the dowsing rods, and I went to take the mic back, and the mic was paused at 6 minutes and 30 seconds, and they were in here for a good, what do you say, about 15 minutes? Okay. We're going to do a few temperature readings, and we're going to do a few EVPs to see what we can find in here, and then me and Joey will switch rooms. We'll do the laser grid in here, and then we'll do the EVPs and temperature reading in the next room. So let's go ahead and do the temperature readings. I was told to take the temperature around the room. It is at a Constant 70.
I'd
6?
I'd keep it at the closet and ask someone to come out.
Okay, can you see it though?
I don't know.
You can't see it, can you?
Take the knives and all that.
Hello, girl. My name is Zach. I'm here as your friend. We just want to hear your story. All right. We're going to take a temperature reading. We're going to do one at the closet and then one on Sue. I'm not going to point you directly at Sue because it'll drastically change the temperature, but we're going to talk to the little girl in here. All right. Little girl, my name is Zach. We're here as your friends. We're not here to hurt you, so we don't want you to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid of the man. We just want you to do us one favor and give Sue a hug or get as close as you can to her, just so we can see a temperature change. If you could just get as close next to her as you can so we can get a temperature reading and a few EVPs. We'll be out of here.
But we pick her up laughing
What are you talking about?
at us.
Okay. Temperature around... It's jumping from about 75 to about 78, close to 79. All right, we're in the back room, Angela's bedroom, and in this room there are reports of this chair. As you can see here that Joey's sitting in. Her husband was sitting in it late one night asleep, and it started simultaneously rocking back and forth and making a repetitive squeaking noise. Now, she has also said that his chair does not squeak.
If there's anything in this room, or if the person that was making the noise with the chair, if you want to make the noise in the chair since I'm here, go ahead. Whoa. I felt something like touch my foot. That was weird.
God, he's still puking. I can hear him. Yo, you alright?
No, dude.
What's going on, man?
I feel like best way to describe it.
You want to sit out of this for a minute?
It's what I'm doing right now,
Okay.
and it's just not doing anything.
Here, I'll grab a chair for you real quick, man. Take a seat. Just get some fresh air. We're gonna go on with this, all right? Go ahead and take your hat off. Let the air cool you down a little bit. All right. Just chill out right here, and we'll check on you in a little bit, all right?
Alright.
All right. So what we're doing, we just set up the laser grid into the second bedroom, and we are setting up our motion sensor and my EVP, and we're gonna leave it running.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Archangel Michael, the highest of all the white spirits, the defender of all the white light, to come and fight all the evil spirits that are in our home.
Alright, on this next part, we have to go into every room and cleanse each room. And in every room, we have to, as a group, tell whatever is here that this is y'all's home, it is not welcome here, and it must leave. And you have to be serious with it, because if you hesitate, it will not listen and it will stay.
Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle, be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, Prince of the heavenly host, by the divine power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who roam throughout the world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Call upon Archangel Michael to protect us and keep us safe and fight all the evil spirits and the devil himself and run them out of our home. This is our home. You are not welcome here anymore.
This is their home. You're not welcome here anymore.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. And thine is the power and the glory of God forever and ever. Amen. Archangel Michael, we call upon you to fight Satan our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us.
Now for the evidence. First, we had a full conversation with a spiritual presence of a little girl and a demon-like entity. The second was during the blessing. My recorder received an extreme amount of static and noise, making it very difficult to hear the blessing.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive.
During this video clip, we hear a clear answer to my question of a hiss. It sounds as if it was saying yes.
No, we're just talking about it first. Yes, 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 yes.
And lastly, being one of our most compelling pieces of evidence, the day after, Angela received several demonic claw marks to her arms, which she sent us pictures of. Alright, fellow night watchers, we came, we investigated. Joey got really ill this time. And then we also got a few questions answered from the dowsing rods and looked into the history of this family. We found out that they have been tortured by a man due to an experience with a Ouija board. And we also have cleaned this house and made sure that this family is safe and will be safe until the end of their days. Messing with Ouija boards and other objects that can open up portals is dangerous. You should never mess with the spirit world. The unknown is a dark and dangerous thing. We tried to help Angela out, but only time will tell. We hope we have helped the little girl escape the man and go towards the light. After all, she's just like us, wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard, and wanting to be helped. Nightwatchers out.